Hey everyone, welcome back with another session of Geography. I hope you all are doing well. So today we'll start the proceedings with resources. Now, as we are talking about the resources, though early humans lived amidst nature, they were unaware of the utility of the gifts of nature, such as if we say rocks, soil, minerals, natural vegetation, and animals. Now, as time passed, they learned the techniques to transform these gifts of nature to items that they could use to make their life more comfortable. It was then that these gifts of nature became resources. Now, if we see, like water resources, resources refer to the things that can be transformed into more valuable and useful things to fulfill human needs. And if we see for examples, some examples of resources are water that we drink, fruits that we eat, rocks that we use to build houses, and clay that we use to make pots. Okay, now if we see the different types of resources, as there are innumerable resources, now all these resources are divided into three broad categories for better understanding. Now these are natural resources, human resources, and human-made resources. Okay, so we'll discuss each of these one by one. First, today we have that is natural resources. Now all the resources such as land, water, air, soil, minerals, natural vegetation, sunshine, and fossil fuels, all these which are like derived from nature are known as natural resources. Now these natural resources, if we see, are further classified on the basis of their origin. You can call next we have renewability or exhaustibility or utility, anything you can call it. Next, another is on the basis of development and on the basis of distribution. So you need to check this chart, this is very important. So one by one we will discuss. Now first that we have, that is resources on the basis of what? Origin. And it can be classified into biotic and abiotic resources. Now first, if you see biotic resources, like biotic resources are obtained from living things such as animals, plants, and microorganisms. Now if you see for examples of biotic resources, wood, crops, medicines, leather, and milk. And under favorable condition, guys, most of the living things from which the biotic resources are obtained, they have the capacity to reproduce. And if you see on the other hand, abiotic resources, now abiotic resources are obtained from non-living things such as water, air, and land. So some examples of abiotic resources are rocks and minerals. Along with this, some other abiotic resources such as wind and water energy, they are also termed as renewable, whereas some like minerals, they are termed as non-renewable. Okay, so these are the things. Now if you see like proper definition, so this is the definition like biotic resources and abiotic resources. You can use this thing. Okay, now next we have, that is on the basis of renewability or exhaustibility, resources can be classified as renewable and non-renewable resources. Now what's this renewable resources? Now the resources which do not get exhausted even after continuous use, these are called renewable resources. Now it can be renewed or reproduced by physical, chemical, or mechanical processes. Alright, now if you see for examples, sunlight, air, okay, solar, wind energy, water, forest, wildlife, all these are renewable resources. And on the other hand, if we see non-renewable resources, like these resources which get completely exhausted due to the continuous use and it takes millions of years to regenerate, all these are called non-renewable resources. Alright, now some examples of non-renewable resources are coal, petroleum, natural gas, all these things. Okay, so some of these resources like metals are recyclable and some like fossil fuels cannot be recycled and it get exhausted with their use. And because of all these guys, like these non-renewable resources are called exhaustible resources. Alright, and the renewable resources are called inexhaustible resources. And as they occur over a very long time, because of these and they are limited, so that's why they should be used judiciously and they should be conserved well. Alright, these are the things. Now if you see next, on the basis of development, resources can be classified as potential resource and actual resource. Now potential resource, what are these? Now potential resources are those whose entire quantity may not be known and these are not being used at present. That means like which have not been used to their full potential but they can be used in the future. So these are termed as potential resources. Now for example, these level of technology we have at present may not be advanced enough to easily utilize these resources. Okay, now for example, if we see like in Africa, we have got a number of waterfalls which can be used for the generation of hydroelectricity. Alright, but at present they are not fully utilized. So therefore, these waterfalls in Africa are a potential resource for that particular country, for that particular nation. And here we have uranium. In Ladakh we have got uranium. So it's not utilized till now according to its potential. And also we have got lots of high windmills, high speed winds, which are still not used up to its potential. So these are all termed as potential resources. Alright, now next we have that is actual resources. Now what are these? Now the resources whose quantity is known to us. These resources are being used in the present. That means these resources whose total quality and quantity are presently known to us and can be put to actual use. These are known as actual resources. Now surveys have been conducted to determine their total available reserve. Now if we see, for example, wind blowing at high speed was a potential resource many centuries ago. But today if we see, a number of windmills have been installed in many parts of the world to harness the wind energy. If we see, for examples, the windmills such as those in the Netherlands and Tamil Nadu now generate electricity. So therefore, these high-speed wind is an actual resource for the Netherlands and Tamil Nadu. Alright, along with all this, the rich deposits of coal in Germany is also comes under this actual resource. Petroleum in West Asia, dark soil of the Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra, all these are the other examples of actual resource. Alright, and the last that we have, on the basis of distribution, resources can be classified as ubiquitous and localized resources. Now these are very easy. Okay, now ubiquitous resource, what do you understand by this? These resources that are found everywhere, these are called ubiquitous resources. Now we all know air, sunlight, all these are some examples of ubiquitous resources. Water, all these. And if we see the localized resources, the resources that are found at certain or specific places, only particular places. So these are called localized resources. For example, if you see gold, silver, coal, all these comes under localized resources. Okay, so that's all we have in this session. I hope you have liked it. So until the next time with another topic, bye bye.